Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Shelton.
Now, in my last link, I read you guys the book called All Are Welcome. And now the project that we are going to create that goes with this book is a self-portrait. And a self-portrait is a picture of you. So you guys can make a picture of yourselves and you can make them in all different types of ways. When you draw yourself, you can draw yourself with just your head. Let me show you my samples. Just your head, your neck, and your shoulders. And you can kind of just draw yourself in a plain room. Or you can draw yourself with your head, neck, shoulders, and your hands. And here, this person in this picture is holding a flag that says YCS. It looks like maybe he's outside. There's kind of like some fun swirls in the background just to add some details to the area where he is. And then we have this person who has their whole entire body in the picture, and it looks like maybe she's in a garden, she's outside, maybe she's in her yard. We see the sun, we see the clouds, we see the blue sky in the background. This has a lot more details. So you have the option of putting yourself anywhere you want. You can put yourself at home, you can put yourself outside, you can put yourself on a playground, you can put yourself in your backyard, you can put yourself at a park, anywhere you want. So be creative with how you draw yourself. So we're going to start today with just some simple drawing ideas. And I'm going to kind of give you some simple tips on how to draw yourself, and then it's going to be up to you to add whatever kind of details that you want. So let's get started. The first thing we need to do is you guys need to find some sort of paper to draw on. It can be any kind of paper you want, whatever you can find. I happen to have copy paper, which is just paper from my printer, from my computer, that I'm going to be using today, but you can use whatever you have in your home. I've also have some markers that I'm going to use. I found some pencils. I have some colored pencils. I have some markers. I have some crayons. So do I need all of these supplies? No. These are just suggestions. These are just, if you have these things, bring them out, choose what you want to use. But if you don't have these items, that's fine. Use whatever you can find. Okay? So I'm going to kind of scoot these things over. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I always like to start with a pencil because that way I can erase my mistakes. If you don't have a pencil, it's okay. Use what you have. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start. And I'm going to start by kind of making an oval shape for my head. And I'm going to make it pretty big because I want it to fill up my page. Okay? And I'm going to need space to put my details. Now mine's kind of lopsided, but that's okay. You just draw it the best you can. You're going to take your fingers, you're going to put them down where your chin would go. And I'm going to put one line here and one line here. This is going to become my neck. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to connect that line. So right now, it looks like my head is kind of detached or away from my body. It looks like maybe my head has been cut off from my body. So I don't want it just floating in air like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give myself some shoulders. So you're going to come off from the bottom of your neck. Don't come out up here. Otherwise it'll look like your shoulders coming out of your chin. You want to leave some space for your neck. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with my ears. And I have two of them. So I'm going to kind of put them in the same spot. Some on this side. I'm going to come over this side. This one seems to be a little bigger, but that's okay. Now, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to add your hair. I like to start from the top of my head and then work my way down. For me, that's the easiest way to get all of the parts of my face in proportion, which means kind of in the right spots. So I'm going to start with my hair. You want to make your hair how your hair looks today. So for me, I have short hair that kind of swoops over here on my face. It doesn't really come over my ears, but I have like a longer piece here that kind of swoops over. So I'm going to kind of fix mine hair I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna swoop it over like this. And I'm just gonna draw lines with my pencil. I'm not gonna color in with my pencil, okay? I'm going to just kind of make some lines here so I can kind of see the little strands or the lines in my hair. Then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna add this part. Again, just adding little lines. And I'm trying to get this the best I can because I am drawing upside down so that you guys can see me draw this on the camera the best way. So bear with me a little bit. Okay. So the best way for me to put my eyebrows on, which is the next thing I'm going to do because I'm starting from the top of my head and I'm working my way down. So I'm now going to work down to my eyebrows. So the best way to line up your eyebrows is if you look at your ear or you touch your ear, put your thumb on your ear and you put your finger around, your eyebrows kind of line up with the top of your ears. So I'm going to go right here on my picture and I'm going to line up my eyebrows the best I can. Again, I'm drawing upside down, so I'm going to try my best. There. All right, now our next job is going to be our eyes. And I'm going to make you guys a sheet of no thank yous because here are the kinds of eyes that I do not want to see, okay? On your paper, I do not want to see 2 dots. That's no thank you. That's the first type of eyes that you guys learned how to draw maybe when you were little guys, and now we're going to learn how to draw better eyes. That's a no thanks. These, no thank you kind of eyes, okay? No thanks. All right, these, a lot of kids like to draw these, and then they like to draw big eyelashes, okay? These are no thanks. If you look at our eyes are kind of like a oval shape, an almond shape. An almond is like a type of nut, or a football shape. So I would like you guys to choose how you would like to do your eyes, okay? So like I said, we have a shape that's like this. It's kind of an almond or a football shape. You can do a shape like that. You can do an oval, and I'm making my oval sideways, okay? You can do a shape like that, all right? If you need to make more of a circle, that's fine. Whichever one of these. These are no thanks, and choose one of those, okay? And that's gonna go under or below your eyebrow. So I'm gonna go ahead. Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a circle in the middle. When I'm done, I'm gonna give myself a few eyelashes. Now here's where we run into some issues because a lot of times the boys are like, ew, I'm not putting eyelashes on mine. It'll make it look like a girl. Now listen, boys have eyelashes too. If you want to not make it look like, so I have makeup on my eyes today, so that makes my eyelashes look longer. If you don't want your eyelashes to look like that, boys, here's what you can do. You can leave it with no eyelashes, or you can make them really tiny like that and just make a few. And I guess it makes it look less like you're wearing makeup, okay? So you guys can choose. All right, now we're going to make our nose. Now a lot of kids want to make their nose starting right here, right in the middle. You don't want your nose in the middle. Your nose is actually down. If you look at me, here's my eyes. My nose isn't right here. The top of my nose starts here, but my actual nose is not there. My nose is below my eyes. So most of my nose is below my eyes. Here on my no thank you page are noses that I'm going to say no thanks to. Please do not make a dot nose. Kids love this nose. No thanks. Another nose that kids like is the famous pig nose. No thank you on the pig nose, okay? And another nose kids like is the triangle pig nose. All right? Now the one thing with the nose, now while these are all great and when you're learning how to draw, when you're little, and these are how we learn how to draw, okay? But now you're gonna kind of make it look a little bit more realistic. Realistic means real, Okay, so now look at my nose. If you look at my nose, yes, I do have holes in my nose, but they're under here. They're not straight ahead. So when I take my fingers like this, my fingers don't go into the holes in my nose. So what we're gonna do today when we draw our nose, we're not gonna put our nostrils on our nose at all, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a line that comes down here and another line that comes down here. And if you touch your nose, you have 1, 2, 3 bumps on your nose. So we're gonna try to make our best to make our nose like that, okay? Make it look a little bit more realistic. You're gonna try your best. If you don't get it perfect, don't worry about it. We're just learning, so you're gonna do your best. Give it your best try. Okay. Let me flip this over so you can't see those through there. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna make a line that comes down here, another line that comes down here, and we're gonna make 1, 2, 3 bumps. Okay, so I'm gonna do it again over here for you guys to see. I made a line that comes down like this, another line that comes down like this, so I have those 2 lines, and then I went ahead and I made 1, 2, 3 bumps like that. Okay, so if you look at my sample, okay, now after drawing your nose, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw our mouth. And here's another thing where kids start to like say, oh, here, I'm just going to add this. And they add a smiley face. Okay, well, that's cute and that's great. We're going to make it a little bit more realistic today. So we're going to say no thank you on the smiley face. Okay, a lot of kids like to do this, where they make a straight line or they make an angry face. Or my favorite is the shark teeth. Okay, a lot of kids like to. Okay, so the shark teeth are they kind of make you look scary or freaky, so you don't want to add your shark teeth. So for this portrait, I would like you guys to add some sort of mouth. And here are the 3 easiest mouths that I can give you guys ideas how to draw. So all of these are going to start with the straight line. Okay, so you would make a straight line like that. You can make a bump like this on top, so that's your top lip. And then you go to the side and you can do a bottom lip. Okay, and I know some of the boys are saying, no way, I'm not making those lips. I hear it all the time in class, and that's okay. You don't have to. So here's another one where you would just make a straight line like this. You would make a really tiny top lip and a really tiny bottom lip. And yes, boys, you do have lips, so you're gonna wanna add some sort of lip. Here's one that you can draw. Straight line. You have a little bump on top, and then a simple curve on the bottom, like that. So here's 3 choices of lips. Those are all starting with just a simple straight line and building from the straight line. Okay. Now, if you want to make your mouth open, smiling with your teeth, that's fine. You can also start that with the straight line. If I have my straight line, this time I'm going to add a smiley face like that. Make a little bump up here. And I might actually even kind of come down here. That would be my bottom lip. And now I'm going to add my teeth. But we don't have teeth like this. You might have a few teeth in your mouth that are a little sharp, but most of you don't have your teeth like this. So try not to make yourself look like a monster. Okay? You're going to go ahead and you're going to add square teeth like this. And these are just little half squares. Okay? This one's a little tricky. This one's a little bit of a challenge, but you know what? You can be up for a challenge. So you have your top lip, your bottom lip, your mouth is open, you have your teeth. So if you want to do it like that, perfect. Okay? Now if you even want to add more detail, some kids will even make a little bump so that you would color that pink or red like your tongue. Okay? So we have choice number 1, choice number 2, choice number 3, choice number 4. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go back to my portrait here. Right now, my portrait has no mouth. So remember, every single mouth that I drew starts with a straight line. So I'm gonna start with a straight line, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give myself lips. So I'm gonna give myself a bump here on top, like that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give myself a bump here. Now, when I smile, I have what we kind of call expression marks. They're not, I don't really have dimples, but like if I make different expressions, it kind of indents here. So I'm gonna make little lines like this, right here, indentions, okay, or expression marks. Now that I'm all finished with drawing my details, I'm gonna go ahead, and I am a huge fan, and if you were ever in my class at Perry, I love a black Sharpie marker. I know a lot of people don't have these at home. It's okay. You can use a black crayon, you can use a black marker, you can use a pen, you can use anything. And especially if you guys drew with pencil, you can go over all of this and it makes your lines show up better. Now, if you don't have anything to trace with, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just going on top of every single thing I drew. I'm not making anything new. I'm going on top of the lines that are already there. So I'm covering up my pencil lines. Trying my best to stay on top of them. Sometimes our marker goes off of them a little bit, and that's okay. I am not coloring anything in. Do you see me coloring these lips in black? No. A lot of times when kids are first learning how to outline, they feel like they should be coloring something in. You will ruin your picture if you color on top of your details. Do not color on top of your details. You're going on top of the pencil line, not adding anything new. Okay, do not color your eyes in, do not color that circle in, even if you have eyes that are really dark black. Do not color them in with the marker. Okay, trace my neck. If you have a black Sharpie at your house like this, please make sure you ask a grown-up because this marker is permanent. If it gets on anything, it does not come off. I use them in my classroom all the time and kids do a nice job, but please get a grown-up's permission at your house if you're using one of these because some grown-ups are not a fan of the Sharpie. Okay, so now that I have everything traced, I'm gonna go ahead and color everything in. Again, you might have to be resourceful because I was noticing that in my crayon box and in my markers, I don't really have a color that's my exact skin color. So I have to be a little bit creative, okay? So if I don't have a peach and all I have is an orange and your skin is peach like mine, you can use an orange. You're just gonna color really, really light with it, okay? Now, if your skin is brown or tan, you can, so if your skin is dark, dark brown, you can push really hard, okay? If it's light, you're not gonna push as hard with your crayon. You're just gonna go real light, okay? Now, at school, I have these great multicultural crayons. They have all different kinds of skin shades, but at home, I don't have these. So I have to kind of be creative with what I have. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna color my skin in. And again, I just have this orange, I don't really have a peach. So I'm just gonna go really, really light because I do not want my face to turn out bright, bright orange. So I'm just using the side of my crayon and I'm going really light. So I'm gonna start by coloring all of my skin in. Now, I'm not gonna color on top of my eyes because my eyes are not the same color as my skin. I'm also not gonna color my lips because my lips don't match this. My lips are slightly different. Here is a lot of questions kids have. A lot of times kids don't color their ears and they don't color their nose. But if you look, your nose, same color as your skin. Your ears, same color as your skin. So make sure that you include those parts. Take your time. I'm gonna color it all in. I'm trying to go fast for you guys for video purposes. You guys are gonna take your time when you're not on the screen. Another part of your skin is your neck. Your neck is also part of your skin. But do not color your shirt the same color as your skin or it will look like you're not wearing anything. And we want to for sure look like we are wearing clothes in our picture, okay? I know that's kind of silly, but if you color everything, all your skin color, it'll look like you're naked snaky. Okay, so you're gonna get your neck. All right, so I'm gonna start with my hair, and my hair is brown. I have a little bit of, I guess, yellow in it too, little highlights, blondish highlights. So I'm gonna go ahead. You can use more than one color in your hair, depending on what color your hair is. I'm gonna color my hair in brown. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. Put a few little highlights in my hair, a few little yellow. I don't want to get too much in there. Okay. And then I'm going to look at my eyes. If you look at my eyes, my whole entire eye is not colored. I have a white part, but the only part that's colored is the center part. Okay. And my center part of my eye is two colors. It's a color that we call hazel, which is brown and green kind of together. So again, I have to be resourceful with my crayons. I have a brown and a green, and I'm just going to kind of go over it a little bit like this. All right, now my lips, and here is where we always run into all kinds of issues with your lips. Okay, depending on what color your skin is, so your skin tone, your lips are going to be all different colors. Okay, my lips are kind of a pinky color. If I wanted to wear lipstick, I guess I can make them bright red. You can do it however you want. Now, if you have brown skin, a lot of times with brown skin, your lips are brown with a little bit of pink, so you can use both colors. You can kind of blend the colors. Do your best to try to match it and make it the most realistic as possible. Now, if you are wanting to wear lipstick in your picture, great. Color them how you want, but try your best to make it the most realistic, which means real, guys. Okay, now the next thing today, I'm wearing kind of a pinkish purplish colored shirt. You don't have to make it how your shirt is today. You can make it how you want. I don't have this exact color, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna color this in. And I know this is taking a long time. Again, on the screen, I'm trying to go as fast as I can. You guys take your time. You can add details if you have a striped shirt on. You can add stripes. If you have designs on your shirt, go ahead and add designs. Whatever you guys want. Okay, if you look at this one, this sample, and this one, there's a lightning bolt on his shirt. So he added some details on his shirt. And then he had a black part on the collar. So he added that. Now it's up to you to add whatever kind of background that you want. Remember, we talked about adding details. You can make your background plain like this. If you want to just keep it simple. I would like you to add something to your background. I'd like to see those extra details. This little girl made herself outside. You can add lots of details like this. And she actually drew her whole body. So if you're interested in drawing your whole body, you can draw your whole body. Just when you start on your page, you're going to make your head, leave space for your body on your page. Get creative. I know some of my older friends, some of my first and second graders might already know how to draw their whole entire body. Give it a try. I'm going to bet some of my younger guys do too. So I'll be interested to see. Just be creative, add all kinds of details, And I'm anxious to see what you guys end up with. And now, if you guys want to submit the project on my Bitmoji Classroom, on the home screen, there's a star where you can submit the project. Just take a picture and upload it. And I look forward to seeing what all you guys create. Good luck.